Hello, my name's Theodora from Edinburgh Community Food and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some vegetable crisps. I've got two vegetables here. I've already started peeling these because I used these earlier for doing some homemade tartan. But what we're going to do is we're now going to use what we were using earlier and we're going to cook them and make some delicious vegetable crisps. Parsnip, carrot. You can also use other vegetables. You could use a raw beetroot, you could use a sweet potato, or just make some more traditional potato crisps. They'd all be made in more or less the same way. Some of the vegetables you might have to use a knife to cut them with into thin strips, but for these we're going to use the peeler. I've started peeling them. I'm just going to carry on peeling them now, making them into long strips. Pressing down nice and firmly with the peeler so that you've got nice, good, big bits of peeling. Right, let's get peeling.
You're not going to do the whole thing, are you? Oh, that's good.
Now you can keep peeling so that you use all the vegetable up. We don't want any waste. I've got a bowl here. I've got a pair of tongs, I'm going to use these later, and I've got a spoon for mixing. So with my nice clean hands, all I'm going to do is put in the peelings. I'm going to use some vegetable oil. You can use vegetable oil or sunflower oil. And I'm going to have a dessert spoon, tablespoonful of oil. I'm going to pour it in and I'm going to mix it up. Have a wee look, make sure it's all good and coated. If you want to add a little bit of flavouring, now's the time to do it. You could add a bit of paprika. You could add some chilli flakes if you like it nice and spicy. I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. Stir that around, mix it up. They're nice and coated with oil now. I've now got my trays here. There's different types of trays you can use. This is just a plain ordinary tray here, and with that I can just line it with some grease-proof paper or baking paper. If you have a tray that has holes in it, you can use these. These are really good because it means the air can circulate underneath. You can also use a pizza tray. They'll be the nice big round ones with holes in it as well. But this is what I'm going to use today, so I'll use both of these. What you want to do is layer your peelings on. You don't want them to overlap if you can possibly help it. You want them all to cook evenly. So let's put some on this one. And put the rest on here. There we are, they're all spaced out as evenly as I can on my trays. Now what we want to do is put them in the oven. You need to make sure your oven's preheated, but it's not going to be really hot. You want it at about 140, 150 degrees centigrade, so not really hot. And you're going to pop them in the oven and you're going to cook them for about 20 to 25 minutes. The best way to tell is to open it up and check. If you check after about 15 minutes, see how they're getting on, and then set the timer again and keep checking until you think they look nice and crisp. Okay, let me put these in the oven and then we'll come back later and see how they look. It's been about 15 minutes in the oven. I thought I'd take them out and check them. It's often useful to then be able to turn them. I've got a pair of tongs here. Stop. Right, start again. And again. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes in the oven. I thought I'd take them out and turn them. I've got a little spatula here that I can use to help turn them over. Got a pair of tongs as well. I can use one or the other, it depends what you've got in your kitchen. And I'm doing the same with these ones as well on here. I think the tongs work better than the spatula. Okay, they definitely need a little bit more time in the oven, so I'm going to put them back in. I've had them in for about 15 minutes already, so I'm going to put them in for about another 10 minutes. Okay. I've had my vegetable crisps in the oven for 25 minutes now, so they look ready. Move them around. I'm going to put them into a bowl, just into some paper here. And this is the other tray. I'm putting them in the paper so that it's going to blot up some of the oil. Remember, we did still have to cook with oil. You need to cook with oil to get them to crisp up so that they become crisps. But unlike shop-bought crisps, they're much healthier. They've got less oil in them and no additional additives. And there's your crisps. The best thing to do is to leave them to air dry for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you'll find that they really do become nice and crisp. Just like shop-bought ones, and they are absolutely delicious. Remember, you can add other things to them as well when you're doing the oil. Nice and crispy. Enjoy them. Thank you for watching.